I'm Randall Burg with Randall Burg Yachts. Today we're going to talk about how to maintain your hull and deck. With fiberglass boats, you need to protect the gel coat from the sun's rays. The sun is very powerful. Those photons can interact with the fiberglass and gel coat and coloration. So you want to at least once a year give it a very thick wax and polish. 6 months is even better. It'll extend the life 100% of that hull. It's not that expensive when you amortize it over 12 months. For a 40-foot boat, it should be about $500. The crew comes out and polishes the hull, puts a thick wax on it, polishes the deck, polishes all the stainless. It's really a necessity if you want to keep up the value of your boat. The other maintenance issues are teak. There's a couple ways to treat your deck teak. One is simply to scrub it and bleach it and let it go natural from orange to gray. About every month you just scrub it. It's a pretty easy process, very inexpensive. The other is to oil the teak. It looks absolutely fabulous, but oil dries in blotchy ways, and so as it dries out, you can get discoloration on your teak deck. So really think if you want to oil your teak deck, there's a higher maintenance issue. There are other chemicals you can coat the deck with to give them a semi-gloss finish. I'm not a fan of that, but on older boats to preserve it or to seal the teak, sometimes they do that. The other issue is bright work, handrails, decks, hatches. They can be varnished. Once the varnish is done and it looks beautiful, it's easy to maintain it. If there's gray spots showing up, you sand it with 300 grit and then 600 grit wet dry. Let it dry and put a couple coats of varnish on it. Let 600 grit between each coat. Real easy to maintain it. But if it goes bad, the teak is flaking heavily, the wood underneath is stained, you really have to remove all of the teak, all of the varnish, and start over. That can be pretty expensive. On my 51-foot Mason, I had to do it every 6 months. It drove me out of my mind. I finally ended up putting canvas covers over every single piece of exterior teak, and I varnished it once in 7 years. And so you can cover your teak with which covers really protects it. What about your isinglass, your clear plexiglass? I highly recommend get privacy covers, which is a translucent grid. It cuts the sunlight on the covers down by 80%, but lets light in, lets you see through them if you're in the inside, but no one can see in. That really protects your isinglass. Otherwise, you're going to replace it every 2, maybe 3 years. And that's pretty much it. A little maintenance goes a long way with a boat. You'll extend its life and keep its value up. I'm Randall Burg, Randall Burg Yachts. Stay tuned for my next blog post next week. Thank you.